for them, along with my crown. And since the baton was passed, I've been down, cause failing's not an option, and dad is not a noun, not at all.
My message to any dad, man, first off, know that, yeah, it is a hard job, but it's the greatest job in the world. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't change anything about it. Everything you're doing from here on out, if it didn't have purpose before, now it has purpose. It's the most important thing you'll ever do. Just be a dad.
Welcome to another episode of Dad is Not a Noun. My name is Ishmael, changing the narrative for men of color of fatherhood, as well as changing the narrative on the things I care about. And today, with the situation going on with ICE, detaining and deporting undocumented workers, eventually it was going to impact American citizens. Because again, when you have uh, a group that has unchecked power, things can go awry. And my guest is a citizen of this United States, and he was detained and almost deported by ICE. And he's with me right now, brother Owen Mackey. Thank you for coming on the show, bro. Brother, how you doing?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Before we get into the conversation, because I'm all about mental health, and especially for us as a people of Black people, it's important to let people know how we're doing. So my question to you that I ask all my guests: how's your heart at this moment?
My heart in a good place right now. Right now, just I really was I was gonna push the issue to the side and just like leave it alone and say forget about it. But like, I'm gonna continue to try to share my story and hopefully try to help people. But mentally, I am in a okay place. Like I'm stable. You know, I'm doing good.
So, like, taking me into what happened. Like, what
Okay.
happened? Talk to me.
So basically, I had a warrant out for my arrest because I was on a was on a misdemeanor probation. And while when I looked up my name, I seen that I had a warrant. So I basically went to go turn myself in to get rid of the warrant. I already had my bond money. I paid my bond ahead of time, and then I turned myself in. When I turned myself into the county jail out here in Brevard, the Brevard County Jail, I turned myself in there. They the process they went through the normal process with booking and just getting ready to release me. It was all going normal until I was getting ready to get released, and they held me there and they basically let me know that I had an ice hold and that I had to stay at the jail for at least 48 hours. They said ICE have 48 hours to come and get me, and if they don't come and get me within the 48 hours, that they were going to release me. So after the 48 hours go by, or like right before the 48 hours end, it was probably like 15 minutes before the 48 hours were getting ready to end. I was getting released, so I thought, me in my head, I was thinking that the 48 hours had already gone by and I was going home. But ICE actually was outside with their transit bus waiting to come and pick up all the immigrants that was scheduled for transport that day, pretty much, because I guess every 48 hours they come in and do pickups. So when I went back into booking to get released, or what I thought I was going to be released, they told me they let me know that I was not getting released and that I was actually going with ICE, and ICE was going to have to take me and transport me to their ICE facility, wherever it was at. They didn't even tell me where it was at. So I asked, can I get a phone call, because I had already told my wife that I was getting released and I was coming home. Um, she was outside waiting for me in the car to come out the jailhouse or whatever. Oh yeah, by the way, when I turned myself in, I did not have my wallet with me. I left my wallet home because I thought I was just going in and coming back home. You feel me? I
Right.
did it. I didn't expect it to be that long. Um, but because I know a lot of people asking did I have did I have my idea? Did I why didn't they run my idea, my social and stuff? But that's why, because I didn't have it on me. But they still should be able to find it by my name.
Right.
But anyway, so they still they he I sorry, the guard who was getting ready to release me from the county jail, one of the county jail employees, I asked him, I notified him that I was a U.S. citizen and that it was a mistake and that ICE shouldn't be coming to get me. So he let me know that it do look like it was a mistake and that ICE shouldn't be coming to get me. But he
Right.
said because ICE is over them, he still have to wait for ICE to come, so ICE
Right.
could see what they want to do. ICE got there and I let ICE know. He let ICE know that what was going on, and ICE called me out the cell and
Right.
questioned me basically about where I was born and and was I really a U.S. citizen. I told him yeah. I pretty much was trying to confirm that I was a U.S. citizen, and he told me that he had to go outside and make a phone call. So he went outside, he made a phone call, and when he came back in, he told me that he still had to take me, that they told him that the warrant still is valid, like pretty much that it's not popping up that I'm a U.S. citizen. So like I was kind of confused. I was kind of scared because they also did not let me make a phone call to my wife and let my wife know that what was going on and nothing. Nobody knew what was going on with me. So that's why my wife was calling the jail trying to see what happened to me. That's where that video came in that I had posted with my wife on the phone because she was
Right.
confused on what was going on. She was out there waiting for hours for me to get released, and
Right.
they couldn't give her any information on what was going on with me. Um, so once we got to the ICE facility, they took us in there. They fed us, and they called me out first to talk to the caseworker. And when I went to go talk to my caseworker, he was pretty much trying to say that I was lying and that I was faking my accent, that I'm really
Right.
not from here, and that I need to stop it. I need to stop the BS and I need to stop lying that I'm a liar. He was screaming in my face, getting aggressive with me, and basically trying to force me into saying that I am not from here, like I'm undocumented. And I was trying to explain to him that I have all my paperwork, I can prove it to you, and he still did not believe me. It wasn't until I asked him, "Can I please make a phone call and call my wife?" And she has all my paperwork and that she can provide him with all the proof that he needs. That's when he let me make the phone call, or like he didn't even let me make the phone call. He called her himself, and she didn't record that phone conversation because he called from like a personal cell phone and she didn't know the number.
Right.
Um, but he basically told her she had 5 minutes to send over all of my documents saying that I'm a U.S. citizen. She had all the documents and she sent them all, and then he brought me back out the cell, and he told me to look at him, and he had a phone pretty much with all my documents on that she had sent to me, and he put it up to my face to confirm that it was me, and then that's when he basically when it got his sergeant to deal with what was going on, because I guess he didn't know what was going on. He still didn't believe it, and his sergeant came out and let me know that it was a mistake in the system and that the Bahamas has me in their system as a Bahamian citizen.
Right.
After that, they wanted to. It's like they still was waiting on me to slip up and make a mistake, or like they still was like watching me to see if I was faking or not.
Right.
Um, I asked for my property, and they eventually gave me all my stuff, and they walked me out the building, and they didn't leave me with any information. All I have is a sticky note that has their address on it.
Wow. What? But I don't understand. It's like you went in there to take care of a warrant.
Right,
They have your information. The local police station have your information already.
right,
What I don't understand is like the disconnect between ICE, because I know there's some police that work hand in hand with ICE, like
Yeah,
giving the the police database of the people that live in that area. And so what I don't understand is that disconnect, because you pay your warrant, they have your information, they know you're a citizen, and it's just it just it just it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
it is. You know, I went in trying to do the right thing and turn myself in, and it just seemed like I got a slap in the face.
But how are you feeling right now? What you had to deal with, like where are you at a place right now? I know you said earlier that you wanted to just keep it inside, and I know
Yeah, cause
it's hard.
it still don't feel real. Like I still can't believe. And I honestly, like I've been through a lot of stuff.
Right,
Like even with the laws, I've been in a lot. Like I've been in the run-ins with the law a few times. So I kind of was just gonna brush it off, just like
right,
another. You feel me? Just like
right,
another situation like that. Until I told my family member what was going on, like my sisters and stuff, and they the one who convinced me to even make a TikTok video or even like tell people about it, because I was not gonna say nothing. I really wasn't.
right.
Um, but I cannot tell you how they made that mistake. They couldn't tell me how they made the mistake. All they told me to contact the Bahamas, the Bahamas on the USBCIS, I think it is. And they told me to contact them and try to get it fixed. I don't know if it's fixed. I don't they really didn't give me any information on it. I don't even know if I'm still good on this end, or if
Right,
I get pulled over, or if I get in, you feel me?
right.
If they pick me, will they pick me up again and try to deport? I don't know if they would do that again right now. So like
Mhm.
I really don't know where to move forward with this situation, and like where to even start. Like, you know.
Pro- Probably look at maybe getting a lawyer, try to like to look into it to see how this error happened.
And I did talk to a couple lawyers, and they told me that because I'm not in custody anymore, that it's not really a lot that they could to do to fight it. But I'm still looking. I'm still looking for lawyers that would fight it, or even pick it up.
Because it's important that your story needs to be it needs to be your story needs to be rectified, because it's crazy. You tried to you're doing what you need to do,
Right,
and then all of a sudden ICE comes and about detains you and about to deport, like put you in with the rest of the undocumented
right,
um people. And so it's just a cautionary tale to say that even though you're a citizen, you can be detained too. Because
right.
again, if it's a clerical error on their part, they're not gonna fix it.
Right. And I
You know,
was born here. I was born here. It's on my birth certificate. It should show up in the system. I don't understand where it went wrong at. I really don't.
because your mom was born here and your father was born
In Bahamas, right.
in the Bahamas, but because you're a natural born citizen, because
Right.
you were born here, so that makes
Right.
you a citizen. And so what's that conversation like with your wife? Like how she feels like that her husband
Um,
almost got deported.
it was scary for her because, like I said, I was just supposed to be turning myself in. It was supposed to be 5 hours max is what I put in my head.
Right,
Um, I had to be away from my kids. I had to lie to them and tell them I was on vacation.
right,
It was hard for her too. It was more hard for her because I was not here. Me and her really work as a team, and we do a lot of stuff together. So me being absent, it was she couldn't do a lot of stuff that she usually would be able to do when I'm here.
right. So, like, what do you want to tell people that's watching this? Like, what do you want people to know? Um,
I guess just be careful. I mean, it was so random. I don't even know what to even say because I mean, riding around with all your documents is not practical. And really, this is something that the government should fix and look more into to make sure that this doesn't happen again because that was crazy. It was a traumatic experiment. Experience. I really thought I was going to be deported. Like I was really close to being deported.
right,
Um, I don't know how far they would have went with the situation if I did not have my wife's number.
right.
I did not have her to be able to send my documents. Like if I stayed by myself and I wasn't in a relationship, I was single. I don't know where I would be now. Like I would be deported. I feel like
No, definitely. I think it's a cautionary tale that, in this world that we live in, is that you have to have your documentation with you. Even though you're a citizen, you got to have your birth certificate, your ID, your birth certificate. You might have to have it in your wallet, but these are the things
right,
that, unfortunately, in the world that we live in, these are things that you got to have because you never know. They might show up in the clerical era. They may think like you're not supposed to be here, and if you
right.
don't have that there, they're not gonna do the homework to look for it. They just gonna
No,
grab you and take you away.
yeah, they don't. They really. That's exactly what they were doing. They did not even. They really didn't want to give me a chance to even prove myself, prove that I'm a citizen. They just wanted me. They had it. It seemed like they was running like this on the basis like this is a normal thing to them. So it was like people. I guess people come in and lie all the time. I don't know. I never. I don't. I didn't know anything about. I did wonder what was going on, but I was able to get the full experience, the full insight on what's going on, and it's crazy what's going on.
But brother, I appreciate you having the courage to share your story with me. Um, how can people find you? Because I think that important. Maybe someone that's listening can um, a lawyer or someone that can help you
Um,
with your next step.
so I guess everybody could find me on TikTok at Wacky Heart. But I don't. I'm still looking for a lawyer. Like I said, I'm still looking for a therapist, and I'm still trying to figure. Trying to talk to legal counsel to figure out what my next step should be. I guess.
Definitely, you definitely need to do that, man. And I appreciate you for coming on, and just keep me updated on what's going on in the future. So you're always welcome to come on to keep me and the listeners updated on your situation.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me on here too. I appreciate you for sharing and getting this out what's going on, sharing my story like that. That mean a lot because I really didn't think people was gonna care. I felt like
Right.
it was gonna get brushed off and everybody was gonna just overlook it. But I am glad to see that people actually do care and people want to spread this awareness. Like I really do appreciate this opportunity.
And thank you for have the courage to share because I know that's have to be hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
traumatizing too, man. You think, oh, I'm doing what I need to do, and then all of a sudden, the ice shows up. You
yeah,
know, so
right.
it's scary right now, right
It's
now.
really scary. It's real scary.
But I appreciate you. And to the listeners out there, again, this has been a great episode. I wouldn't say a great episode, but a moving episode, informative episode. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're out. Peace. Stay on for a second.
All right.